magic of the Cybernet Space Cube, the computer-enhanced podcast of the future. Transformers Slag Podcast.
How we all doing this Saturday night? How you doing? This is the Transformers Slag Podcast Saturday Night live stream main event. I'm your host, Protoman. I'm the face that runs this place. I'm the voice you hear Monday to Friday. And it is Saturday. A little tired from TFcon, and literally looming in the background is an even bigger convention for me coming up. So we're going to take it easy today, but we're going to talk the robots in the skies. We're going to cover the busy news that we had this week, and maybe some surprises for tomorrow or then some. What's up, everybody? Who do we got in the chat here today? Rudy Mac. We got David Cabal. We got Fawnheart 2000. We got Transformatics, Patrick Brown, Ashnud. We got Princeton Phalanx 59. We got Will Murphy, James Hopkins, T-Formers 2002. Good to see you again. Grant Brown. What am I missing? Brainstorm 2002. More people are filing in right now. Yeah, my voice sounds better now. It happens every year. Every year I do a convention, usually like a multi-day one. I meet tons of people. Conventions are always loud, and I have to be louder than the loud to talk to people, and you talk and you talk and you talk and you talk, and then you do a panel, and that panel you talk for an hour, and then you do a charity auction for 5 hours, and then you do this, and then lo and behold, by the time it's Sunday, I sound absolutely terrible. So it happens all the time. Go back to any post TFcon segment from the podcast over the past decade, and you're going to hear that the Proto Man voice is absolutely gone. But we are going to talk Transformers today. We're going to be covering some news. Got some cool stuff in the mail. I want to give some shout outs to some presents that I got from people over San Diego, over TFcon Toronto weekend. Little things here and there. Whole bunch of stuff I want to cover. Also with some updates because it is San Diego Comic-Con coming up in just a couple of days. So, if you are in the San Diego area, how you could find our booth, how you could say hi, all that kind of stuff, where we're going to be between certain hours because of panels and everything. So we're going to jump into that. Plenty to cover today. We're going to keep ourselves very busy. Once again, if you want to participate, hit that super chat button. Otherwise, be one of those beautiful green names in the chat here today. I think I saw one of my new patrons is here today also. Iden is one of our new patrons. How you doing, Iden, at the $25 tier? Welcome. We'll be drinking a lot of water today. For people that are asking, people always ask, what did you eat, Proto? I just came from Larry Reed's birthday party was today. So we had barbecue and everything. So I just came, but I'm all dried up. So let's jump into it. Bam. The elephant in the room. The Tower of Power, that which devours. I can't understand because he's the ultimate Transformer man, resting in your hand. Say hello to Studio Series, Commander Class SS8631. Optimus Prime. What a controversial argument. The people were angry. I mean, it is so many bad. I firmly feel there's two camps. The people who are really angry are people who really double down on Leader Class Earthrise. I mean, I have the Leader Class Earthrise, but I understand the name of the game, being in this game this long. So I kind of understand that. But, hey, you know what I mean? It's a mini masterpiece. They did what they could within the Commander Class budget, and take all of that tooling and engineering from the Masterpiece MP44 Convoy 3.0 and gave us possibly the best Optimus Prime that retail limitations could offer us. Because, I mean, some people are complaining, the inside of the Matrix chamber isn't painted. You are correct. But it is, at the end of the day, it is a Commander Class, meaning it is within the limitations of the Commander Class budget. and a masterpiece could do whatever it needs to do. And how much was MP44? What was he like? $300? So I mean, if you wanted all the paint deco that's missing and get that $300 mark, you know, it is what it is. So I think it looks great. I appreciate the hustle and the effort that was put into it. For a lot of people that don't like to go down the masterpiece route, it's something where, you know, this is a retail item that you'll be able to pick up. Maybe it won't be in stores per se, but it will be something you could order online because Commander Class has been hit or miss. I know Magmatron was showed up in some Targets, but not all. It really was kind of a GameStop thing at the end of the day. Alden, thank you. Sorry, I am a little still buzzed from the party and everything. Still recovering from TFcon. It's been a crazy week, and imagine I'm going to be getting on a jet plane soon, very soon. So this guy is going to be your standard Commander Class MSRP. And look, it is what it is. You know, Evan did a really good photo shoot, kind of showing us, you know, the bits and pieces and how big this is compared to your Earthrise, to know what you're getting into if you do upgrade. Again, go check out my individual segments all week about this with all the different slides and all the different photo shoots and comparisons and how this is different from one product to the next and all the different poses and posabilities and color differences and, you know, the history and what's going on with this roller to the other one. Why is this one gray? You know, that's what we do here. But during the live stream, we're just here to give you the housekeeping, and it looks good. It looks good. I'm quite impressed. I will say this, it's one of these things where you reach an apex with a certain character, and then you have to ask yourself, where do you honestly go from here? I mean, I could look at Commander Class Rodimus and say there's still work to be done. They chose a very specific aesthetic and choice, that it's still not a Studio Series 86 Rodimus. But when I look at this Optimus, I mean, guys, let's be real. The most we're going to see from this in terms of other releases is repaints. We're going to see black repaints, toy color repaints. Maybe they'll do a Diaclone homage with a slightly different head sculpt. Maybe they'll do a sleep mode one, Death of Optimus Prime without the trailer. You know what's going to go down. We'll get a powered convoy in blue. We'll get a shining convoy or shining Magnus in yellow. We'll get an Ultra Magnus in white. We'll get a Bape convoy in green and in, you know, camo colors. This mold is going to see plenty of action, much like the MP10 did back in the day. And look, even the MP44 is already up to like 5 repaints now, I believe. So it is what it is. But this is exciting, because I feel personally it's exciting for me because now we've reached a point where we could retire visiting Optimuses and going with this aesthetic. Moving forward, we could have Optimuses that come from other designs, other walks of life. No better way to kind of, in a lot of ways, retire revisiting this design than with the 40th anniversary. Look, we're gonna have a 40th anniversary deluxe class through Legacy, you know, so it's something where you get your fix already through those different walks of life. Not to mention we have Missing Link. You know, it's time to kind of retire this design and look at future designs, other designs. What's Power Master? You know, dare I say even Energon. Mike Rosen with the member question. Optimus Prime looks awesome. Indeed he does, Mike. Indeed he does. Rudy Mack with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Rudy Mack. Always supporting. Used MP44s are selling for about 550 to 700 USD right now on eBay. Exactly. And it's something that, you know, even its MSRP when it was in that $400 range, you know, after exchange with Japanese yen, I mean, that was the open-ended budget. You know, Masterpiece is able to do what it needs to do, and then they figure out a price afterwards. You know, the fact that Commander Class here with this boy was able to pull it off is quite remarkable. And the guy who did this one was the guy who did the Ultra Magnus. So if you like the 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus, surprise, MFers, it's the same guy. So it's going to get the same love and care. James Hopkins, so the new mold for 86 Rodimus. I imagine it's gonna be a brand new mold. It's gonna be something that's based off of that Fluoro Deary design. The Kingdom one was more of a Masamune Obari kind of like Studio Ox design in a lot of ways. Tom McNeil, maybe an updated Commander Rodimus will be the Commander Class for 2026. Truly, yeah, 86 of the movie. Celebrate the 86 movie anniversary, and not to mention celebrate the 86 celebration of 86 studio series. So that's one way to look at it. James Hopkins with the member question. So new mold for Studio Series 86 Robins. Totally. I could see that. I don't imagine them taking, what's funny? That Kingdom one, it didn't sell very well, the Rodimus. It was on clearance in a lot of areas. It didn't see any repaints, which is kind of a shame. No Primus repaint, black repaint, whatever. Not even toy colors or something. So I think that they're probably going to want to revisit it and do it something straight up from the ground up. Maybe with the trailer integrated, dare I say. Do something that's similar to, let's say, Titanium 6-inch Rodimus, where the trailer was part of the transformation, much like we see with Ultra Magnus with Commander Class. So we will see. We will see, but there's a lot of good stuff going on here in the future, and it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. We will see. We will see. Lord Oberon. So it happens that Roller in the 86 movie. So what happened to Roller in the 86 movie after Prime died? Was Roller buried with Prime? What happened to his trailer? So Sakamoto did a supplementary. Oh, I could reach for the figure if I wanted to, but it's a little out of the way. He did a supplementary manga kind of explaining what happened to Roller after Prime died and how he's known as the Wanderer Roller, kind of like a wandering ghost in a lot of ways, a wandering spark. I don't want to really spoil it because it's a really good manga. It has been translated online. Um, it's something I could post on the Discord. If you're part of the Discord, you could check that out. And yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Anyways, I'm excited about this. This is peak Prime. This is some good stuff. And hey, you could still play piano. So it all works out in the end. Next up, we got Road Pig. Finally got some good photos of this boy after much speculation. Let me get a sip of water here. Oh, yeah. Much speculation, weeks and weeks of us. How is he going to look? What mold is he going to use? Oh, hey, we got these instruction sheets. Now, how is his colors going to work? Is he going to have a brand new head sculpt? So we got the full photo shoot primarily because of Walmart Collector Con, and the pre-orders went up. So we also know his price and when he's shipping out. $24.97 and shipping out sometime in October. And he looks great. He looks fantastic. Just give me a photo with that laser rod weapon. Excuse me, that laser cycle weapon on his arm, and I'm good to go. Ship it, ship it, ship it, ship it. What I love about the laser cycles is, from my own personal experience, they were the last Transformer toys I saw on shelves before the Beast Wars era started. That just shows how old I am. I remember like the very first Beast Wars toys, and even some of the like Series 2 Beast Wars toys, like that Tigatron wave. Um, I remember like just those first wave of Beast Wars toys being on shelves, and the last of the laser rods kicking around, both Road Pig and Road Rocket. I never really saw the GoBots, but definitely saw the Spy Changer GoBots. But I never saw those, but definitely saw the laser cycles kicking around, and what Hooligan and that crew was, the Cyber Jets. Those were kicking around too still. So those are like the last of G2 from a Montreal or Canadian standpoint. But I think he looks great, looks fantastic. Very excited about him, and definitely is going to be a pickup. And like I said before, Crash Bar, the Junkion, it's very clear from day one, from tooling, surface design, veneering, and everything like that, was totally meant to be Road Pig from day one. So really cool, really cool. It's amazing how a head sculpt and some paint all of a sudden makes all those designs that were baked into that figure from day one just pop. Looking good. Now, this one is kind of half bad news, kind of disappointing because of one of the pieces that I was excited about. Let's talk about the leader class that's also part of this Walmart Collector Con, the Thundertron with the Calcitron and the Night Strike. Uh, was very excited about this set. Now that Night Strike, I guess we'll call it the Battle Master cassette bot, now that we have some in-hand images, it looks like they changed the deco of what would have made the flag, and it doesn't look good. I was reading speculation online. They got rid of the skull design on the flag because they wouldn't be able to sell it in the Chinese market because they don't like skeletons and skulls and stuff like that. So they kind of made it more ambiguous for the deco here. That's the rumor that I was hearing online. If that is true, that kind of sucks because I was really looking forward to that being the flag of my tidal wave Titan class and attaching like a piece to it and everything. But on the left is how it was on the box and the early, I guess we'll call it hand painted prototypes. And on the right is unfortunately how it looks. So it is what it is. If you were excited about this, well, at least you still have the extremely retooled and repainted, in the case of the Thundertron. But Night Strike got the short end of the stick. Again, it's just a rumor right now of why, but you know, that thing looked really cool before. I was like really looking forward to just attaching any kind of I guess any kind of like laser rod element or something just to make a pole that could have been attached to tidal wave. So yeah, it sucks. But this will be at the leader class price point at $59.97, also shipping out in October on Walmart Collector Con. Pre-orders are not up yet, but they will be up the weekend of San Diego Comic-Con. I'm pretty sure they're going to do some big and it's live kind of thing. I think it's the Friday or something. Either way, it's going to be the weekend of it. Um, let's see. What do we got here? Oh man, the flag looks the flag looked awesome. Grant Brown says that. Yeah. Boo says Littersphere X. Yeah, I know it sucks, man. That's like, you know what? It's always been a problem when it comes to catering to the Chinese market, and I didn't think that up to this point this would be something that would be an issue. I mean, uh, I don't know if we have any Chinese native listeners here, but did any of the fossilizers find their way to the market? Were the fossilizers okay because those were skeletons of beasts and animals as opposed to humans? I do not know. That's not my privy. It's not my country that I expertise in, but it is something that has been rumored around of why this change has been made. I'm pretty sure it's something I will be asking the Hasbro crew in person when we get to San Diego that weekend. I'm very curious to why such a huge change, considering even the hand painted prototypes on the box sport it this way. So Uh, T-Formers 2002 with the member question. Let's hope Toy Hacks pulls through for the flag. Oh, Toy Hacks always fixes it. Yeah. If there's ever a deco issue that has ever existed in Transformers in any shape or form going back 15 years, Repro Labels, aka Toy Hacks, aka Aaron Black, will come through in the clutch. So I'm sure they'll fix it. But it's something where it's like, yeah, they'll fix it, but it does kind of sucks to have to order a sticker sheet and pay shipping to fix something that it's not even a budgetary issue in this case. It's just they paint it in a different way to appease a certain market, and that market ain't us. So we know this old story. Just it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Then we got this boy. These showed up in retail in I believe it was a CVS Shoppers Drug Mart in the United States. We got a brand new wave of technically the continuation of Rescue Bots in that of the Transformers Classic Heroes team. The Optimus is a repaint of this boy right here. This is the original OG one, which you just kind of boom boom and you got a Gorilla Monkey Man and then clearly a leader class price point in engineering and difficulty. So we got one that's based off of the Optimus Primal from the Rise of the Beast movies. And, going with those blues and kind of darker colors that some of the Rise of the Beast mainline toys kind of sported, not so much how he looked in the movie itself. And then an Autobot Mirage that's also from Rise of the Beasts. Also, just taking that Shadow Sling, I believe his name was, Night Shadow, something like that. The Rescue Bots toy from 2014, all those years ago, and we got one there too. So they're still kind of working that out, still kind of having their space in the preschool market. Every time I go to a Walmart, I always check out the preschool section just to see if Hasbro is still holding that market. And every time I go to that, right next to Thomas the Tank Engine and the Imaginext DC superhero stuff, plopped right in the middle of it is always the Transformers Rescue Bot-esque kind of stuff. So they're keeping it marching forward near 15 years. It's been almost 15 years this line has been going. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. No, it's not 15. No, it's more like 10, excuse me. But still, it's kind of crazy. It's pushing forward. It's pretty crazy how, actually, it's almost 15. It's true. Either way. You know what I mean? It's just nuts that how long this has been going, and it's clearly selling for them. Quick shadow, thank you, Day. But yeah, check it out, yo. I'm interested in always these. I have a soft spot for rescue bots because I find that I always find them cheaply in the secondary market, and they always do a lot of cool deep cuts because they get to have fun with it. Like we got our Croc Megatron from this line from the classic hero team. So, give me a bat primal. That's the next one I want. Whoever's the team on this, give me a bat primal. That'd be hype. And then you could do your Night Scream repaint. You could do your Mind Wipe repaint. You could do as many as you want afterwards. But start with that Bat to Kumboy. Kumboy Bat. Make that happen. Then we got San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Let's talk about these. So we got two Super 7 exclusives here. We have the prototype Unicron in box, which they claim is a different shade of yellow from the ones on the right here, specifically the prototype colored big card one. I don't see it. I'm going to pick this up. I am interested. I'm going to definitely pick this up, so I'll be able to compare it in person when I do get it. The Grimlock in the preview image on the top middle here in the box does not represent how the product looks in hand because it's supposed to have a silver paint scheme, which is the bottom left image here. So that's going to be more of a toy colors in a toy accurate box based off of his 1985 Dinobot color scheme. Hey, I think it's cool. It's a way for them to get more mileage out of molds that they invested in. And I think it's cool. I don't know the prices on these. I'm going to imagine that they're going to be the same prices as the 6-inch was for the Unicron and the 3 point whatever it was for the Grimlock. These are going to be available at Super 7's booth. So there's no lottery ticket that you need for this or something. Just go up and get it. Looks good. I'm excited. Speaking of SDCC, we also have panels. This is the big panel that we're probably going to be waiting for. There is going to be a preview breakfast, I heard, that is going to be happening. But I hear the cat coming. On Friday, July 26, 2024, Evan and Mark are going to be hosting it, and it'll be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's going to be a little late. It's going to be about 9 p.m. when you're going to get this news on Friday. And it's going to be the team revealing new stuff as well as showing off old stuff and stuff that we've already seen. Obviously, probably Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime will be there. They'll take a Q&A from the fans if they have time permitted. Looks pretty hype. So that'll be the big, out of all the panels we have this weekend, that'll probably be the one that everyone's going to be kind of hyper focused on. And if you're an East Coast guy, it's going to be 9 p.m. at night. And if you're a West Coast guy, well, if you're not at the con, it's going to be happening at 6 p.m. and we'll get all that stuff live in real time. Maybe I'll post it on my Twitter in real time because obviously I won't be able to do individual segments while I'm gone. I don't have my recording equipment proper, so I'll just be posting on the socials. So I guess follow my Twitter and I'll try to post this stuff in real time and you can get all excited about it. Oh, snap. It's, Studio Series 86 Beast Wars Botanica Commander Class. Oh, snap. Nah, who knows? We will see. We'll see what they show off, but looks pretty hype. And speaking of San Diego Comic-Con, if you are going to be there this weekend, so here's the deets. So, I'll be in the heart of all the madness. That'll be my booth with Symbiote Studios, booth 3247. I will be next to the Bandai Namco booths, wedged next to also the Mezco booth, just literally right around from all the other stuff, Lego, Hasbro, Star Wars, Viz. So if you are at San Diego Comic-Con, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, oh my God, so many days. um, if you're going to be there, come by, say hi. We do have some plans for some stuff. If you are interested, it will not be on the table out in the open. It's something that if you ask, you will receive. If you're interested, we do have a small allocation on the side of Optimus Primes and Mega Drive Trons. I put aside an allocation for patrons. Uh, the ones who didn't claim, the leftovers will go to San Diego Comic-Con, and whoever grabs them, grabs them. So if you are going to be at SDCC and do want to pick up one of these guys, just find me at the Symbiote Studios booth and go, hey, Proto Man, got any more of them Optimus Primes or Mega Drive Trons? Just ask me at the booth. And yeah, I'll have something under the table for you. We could do some wheeling and dealing. You could get a little transforming bot for $15. So that'll be that. But that's it more or less for the SDCC stuff outside of what's, Symbiote Studios is going to have. This is going to be their exclusive this weekend. So when you go by Symbiote Studios booth where I'm going to be sure to pick up your battle damaged Dinobot Sludge, which is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, or get last year's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the Slag. So you could go pick up that one. Catnip Bravo not included. You could pick up that one too. We're going to have cool t-shirts, all kinds of stuff, some unique everything going on there. Go check out all of that. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. The Grimlock also hopefully will be in stock by the time of the weekend there. So you can pick up Grimlock 3.0. That'll be also on retail on the website afterwards. So you can go check that out. That's not an exclusive to San Diego product. That will just be debuting at the show if the product arrives in time. And of course, all the others. Get yourself a Monkey Bot. Get yourself some Rumble and Frenzy. Get them all. They're all the great ones. They're all going to be there. Again, symbiotestudios.com if you cannot make the show. But if you are at the show, again, go check out our booth. We're going to have all the goodness, all the greatness. Again, booth 3247. Go check it out. Come say hi. It's going to be a fun weekend, I imagine. A absolutely insane weekend, but a fun weekend nonetheless. Aside from that, also check out the Toy Armada. Me and Aaron just came back from TFcon. It was an absolutely fantastic show. It was really cool meeting a lot of the fans. A lot of fresh faces I have not seen before. Traveled down to TFcon Toronto. And yeah, man, it was a really good show. I was very happy with the panel that we did. A lot of people really liked it. We did a really fun panel talking about just how a toy is made from front to back, like every facet of it. And it's funny because after we did the segment, Aaron was like, "Oh, we forgot like trademarking," and which is true. That was probably the only thing we didn't talk about. But I almost felt like I didn't have to talk about trademarking because that's something we talk about all the time here on the podcast. But I guess for the panel, we probably should have covered it, which is like, well, how did we end up on Vector Prime as opposed to Vector Maximus or whatever he would have been called. So, but anyways, check out the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer. Check out his individual segments and all that stuff too. If you love listening to my voice here, there's a whole other channel where we do long forms talking about all kinds of different toys with the man himself from Hasbro's past and Kenner and everything like that. Our latest segment, we go deep dive into just the industry and how do you fix this? How do you fix that? How some things can't be fixed. What's up, Larry? Happy birthday. I was at Larry's place having barbecue just before. But yeah, check it out, yo. Check it out. And of course, check out Aaron's brand new book. Might as well bust it open here. I got my copy. And go grab it. There we go. Got my copy. I'm not going to spoil too many pages. I'll show my sketch. Oh, but he gave me a sticker too. My nice little hot rod sketch that he gave me there. And then of course, here's a really good page. Of course, look at this one. So you get all the cool instructions, background with Posca paintings. A nice little compilation of that. So really good one. Again, available on archermonster.com/shop. You pay. It's 1 sec. I just got to put everything away here. It's available right now. I believe Volume 2 has 4 copies left. It might be sold out. I'm not sure. So if you have not got Volume 2, I really suggest you get it. There's almost 0 left. Volume 1 is gone. Volume 3 is the new hotness, and it's looking real good. And yeah, again, archermonster.com/shop. Go check those out. Go pick it up right now. Available on his store. Looking good. Looking good. That's it more or less for sponsorship, news, and otherwise. We're going to go through what we got, some presents that we got from people. I want to give some shout outs to some stuff that we got from different people and everything. And yeah. So then, let me just get a sip. I'm so dehydrated. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how I'm going to do San Diego Comic-Con. I have no idea. Where do I start? Jeez. So I just want to preface some stuff that I got as gifts. I tried to put the name of the person that I got it from, and I put a post-it on it. 1 or 2 of them, the post-its disappeared, and I don't know the name of the person that gave it. I do have photos with them, so that kind of could help, but I don't know if they want their photo online, so just bear with me because there's a lot of stuff. Um, so I'm going to start with this one. So this is from Mei Chin. He was a Chinese guy that came by Aaron Archer's booth, had a whole bunch of cool stuff. He brought me this super rare Chinese lenticular card of Hot Rod from their line of trading card there called Caillou. Caillou. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm a dirty gaijin. But so thank you for that. That was really cool of you. It's a nice, solid lenticular kind of trading card. This individual gave me stickers of my boy, and I totally didn't get their name. I should have put a post-it. You know what, guys? In the future, if you guys give me and I almost feel like I'm making you do homework. If you give me a present, please, like, let's put a post-it on it with your name so I could give you a shout out. I always want to give credit to all the cool stuff that people give me at the booth. You guys are always such amazing fans. And like so many times, like people will come up to me like, "Here, Proto Man, like this is a present for you. I really love what I do." And then they disappear into the crowd and I never see them again. And so so if you were the ones who gave this, please say something. Just, so I could give you all your flowers. But some really cool, like it's all the cassette boys. I love that even included the Dino cassettes too. And even like some of the deep cuts, like Solar Bots and Shattered Glass and everything. So really cool there. Blaster was my first Transformers. So that's a really cool one. So that was a nice, cool little big sticker set. These nice glossy stickers. Um, Again, if I want to make sure if anyone goes, yeah, that was me who did those. You know. Alden Tolbert with the $5 super chat. Imagine if G1 Galvatron is president and president of the I Hate Dinobots Club. I don't think G1 Galvatron ever had a problem with the Dinobots. I mean, Megatron always had problems with them, but not so much Galvatron, really. Galvatron had much more a problem with, much more a problem with everyone else, really. With Hot Lava, has much more of a problem with that. And his own troops not listening to him and everyone trying to get the Matrix. What else do we got? This one here too. This was a gifted to me at my parts party. I put a post-it of the person's name. It fell off because I'm an idiot and you can't stick a post-it to an individual figure. They took I guess we'll call it premium edition of movie Hot Rod, and they painted it up quite amazingly. I love the detail that this person put on it. Like, geez, Really nice. I'm going to probably do a photo shoot maybe on my Insta just to show a side by side with the original, just to show how much paint he put on this, but he did a fantastic job. Really cool. And again, he knows the hot rod love. Any faction, any history, any continuity, it's all about that. So again, shout out to this guy. I'm sorry that I don't have your name. So many presents this weekend. That's why, please, we're gonna try to like put post-its, or just so I know, because I know there's some people that did put post-its, like Cringe McCringle put a big old post-it. Cringe McCringle hooked me up with good old let's take it off now with toe line. This will have a photo shoot on the Insta. I'll do a nice history of toe line, even though there's not much history. It's pretty much just three figures. But this will be a cool one. The nice do a little photo shoot of the history. So he hooked me up with toe line because he was on crazy clearance at Target. So that's pretty awesome. That's a nice one too. Again, thank you, Cringe McCringle. What else do we got? What else do we got? Oh, this one. This one too. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Back it up a bit. So this is an individual who, again, no name, should have had a post-it. They took a Fortnite Nerf gun, which is like pretty much like just this, and then they customized it into a Nerf gun firing, and it fires 3 shots. Oh, geez. 3 shots. There's 3 shots inside of Nerf bullets. Don't want to lose it. Shoots really hard. Pretty cool. Oh, Matea, you were the hot rod also, man, bro. You've been giving me everything. Mateus, I'm gonna get to you because I have your stack of stuff. Your stuff has a post-it, but it has a post-it on the art. So I didn't know that was you too. Okay, cool. All right. Because I got to get to your stuff, if you know what I mean. We'll get to that in a moment. Your stuff's a whole different thing. Oh, Will, you're the one that made the gun. Okay, because I have your photo on the phone. Like I literally queued it up. And I was like, do I show the photo? Does he want his face on the screen? I don't know. So like, Will, do you want me to show your face? Because I was like, I didn't put a post-it, and I should have put a post-it. And then I would have been like, oh, this one's from Will Murphy. This one's from this. But this is so cool, Will. Let me tell you. Like this is absolutely insane. And what was hilarious was when Will gave it to me, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" Right? And I pulled the thing and I shot it right away 5 seconds into holding it. And it was like, "Isn't that ironic? A Canadian holds a gun for 5 seconds and he already shoots somebody." So, um but very cool. Very cool. It's almost like I should have taken it out. It's almost like the Kaido water gun Megatron. But that's like, Will, man, you almost have like a business here because you could probably make a whole bunch of these customs and people would buy them. And the sight really works. Like you have the little sight, you can see through it. Really cool. And everything comes off if you need to, except this part. This part's like superimposed on. So that's really cool. Nice Walter P38 throwback. This honestly is going to be like, I'm going to try to like hang it somewhere. I'm going to try to like put like a couple of tacks and hold it, because a lot of the stuff that I got this weekend I kind of already put away, but this one I did not put away yet just because, well, it's kind of big and I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll put it on the wall here or something. I'll figure out. Maybe I'll put it over the G1 collection. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Put it high up, all the way up there. Fill up that space up there. Maybe it'll go up there. I don't know. Oh man, why'd I touch the camera? Now I'm screwed. Oh, there we go. Good job, Will, though. Yeah, the cat. Well, the cat's right there. You could kind of see him in the reflection. See that white blob there? That's the cat. But he obviously didn't react to it. You shouldn't shoot at your cat. um, but yeah, man, really cool. Really cool. Cool stuff. Very cool. A lot of people were asking me about, where'd you get that? What is that? Let's see. Hold on. Let's do some more digging here. Grab this here. So, this one here was more for me. I just wanted to get Bob's autograph on Transformers #1 on a news. So this is always a thing I always tell people. If you're getting the true first issue of G1, you want to get the newsstand edition. That's the very first print. There's 2 versions, of course. So if it has $1 on it, sorry, the Mylars are very. If it's $1 on, it's the Canadian version. If it's 75 cents, it's the American version. Both of them have the newsstand. I brought 2, and I was undecided on which one I wanted to get autographed. In the end, I did the Canadian one. I was just kind of like, I'll do that one instead. So I got that autographed. I got some other autographs for Mikey and Louie in them. So hopefully those will be in the mail to them when they are settled in their new home. So I'll send theirs. Theirs were really cool. I probably should have brought them down, but I already kind of packaged it up. The 4 different covers of the comic edition toys, like those 4 different colors, the Shockwave color, the Dinobot covers, and everything. They got those 4 covers, the original comics signed by Simon Furman and Bob. So that's pretty cool. Let's get to some other stuff here. I want to give a shout out to a young fan. See here, I got some post-its here. So this is a shout out to a young fan named Liam. His YouTube channel is Super Smash. Oh, Liam, I can't read your handwriting. Super Smash. You tell me. But shout out to Liam. Super Smash Gamer, maybe. Cool little fan. He just wanted me to give him a shout out. So I made the promise, Liam, I'd give you a shout out. And there's the shout out, Liam. As long as these, and Liam, if you want to thank anyone, thank Mateus, because I stuck it to Mateus. I stuck your post-it to Mateus's art. Mateus also has his art here too. So my man who traveled all the way to Canada and hooked up a brother. So first, he hooked me up with some delicious food from his country. As you could see, it did not make it because me and the wife ate it all because it was really good. Describe it to the audience. It's like a peanut crumble, I guess is the best way to put it. It was really addictive. It was really good. And I'll tell you something right now. This showed me right here how Canadian and American junk food is filled with so much garbage. This thing is sweet and it has barely any sugar in it. Like it was addictive. I ate a ton of it and I didn't feel bad and there's barely any sugar in it and it was amazing. So, you know, wasn't American processed food. I don't know, like I couldn't even find this anywhere locally if I wanted to, but really good stuff. Hope he's in the chat. I know I saw his name before. Yeah, he's in Montreal right now. I recommended some cool places to him to check out. But yeah, so that was really good. Awesome stuff. I kept the packaging just because I wanted to show you guys. So it's Paco Kita. You know me. Oh, there he is, Super Smash Gamer. There he is. There he is, Super Smash Gamer. How you doing, Liam? Told you, as long as I have the post-its. That's what I always tell fans. I'm like, if you give me a gift or if you want me to give a shout out, just like write your name on a post-it. And in the case of Mateus, I slapped it on Mateus's art, and I was like, don't worry, I won't forget. Don't worry. Don't worry. Where are we at? So we got Mateus's art here. He brought me a whole bunch and he signed them for me. So there's this really nice one here. Hot Rod with RC with a nice sunflower over there. He is amused. Is it the best? Is it the best candy? I think it's really good. I will again, no joke. Like we destroyed it in like the first 2 days that we brought it back. I didn't want to eat it at the con because I knew I would have eaten it at the con. I would have been like, this is really good, and then I would have destroyed it like I did the paydays and everything else people would bring me. Tom Lane, did you tell him to hit up Schwartz's Smoke Meat? No, I told him to hit up the best, in my opinion, the best poutine in Montreal, which is to carry hot dogs, which he also had hot dogs and fries there. So he was a smart man to do that too, to also get the other fix. He went to Orange Julep, so he got that also. A bagel you can pretty much get anywhere. They're all pretty much the same. Super Smash. Super Smash. Powerful name. It's getting all the attention today. That's awesome. But yeah. So there was that one he drew. This one's cool. Anyone who knows that he got some Proto Man playing the blues. If you know Mega Man, you know Mega Man. That's a really cool one too. Really like that one. I have a video game Mega Man display, so I'm gonna try to find a good frame for this. This is letter size 8x10, is it? Where's my? Oh, it's a little thinner. I'll find a good frame for this one. Could find a good one cheap at Walmart usually. And then this was the one of the weekend that I was seeing a lot of. He signed this one too. There's his socials right there. Go check that out. And then, there's a SIG. This one, if you know, you know. Hot Rod, Angry Archer. If you know, you know. Two characters based off of two real life people by Derek Wyatt. Derek used to love drawing his animated characters based off of people that he was friends with in real life. And yeah, let's just say this blank area that he was very smart to leave empty, we signed for quite a few people this weekend, past weekend anyhow. So that's really cool too. Yeah, if anything, he should have been selling these at the show. He would have made some money. No problem, Super Smash Gamer. No problem. No problem. So that was a really cool one. Actually, now I look at it, yeah, the other ones are not the same. They're not like letter size like the other ones. This one's a little larger. I hope this won't be a problem finding a frame for it. Anyways, I'll find something. Or maybe if I cut it a little bit, it won't affect the art too much. We'll see. We'll see. I'll look into that when I get back. Oh, Beaver Tail. Oh boy. Beaver Tail is yeah. If you get a beaver, my favorite Beaver Tail is Nutella with bananas. Oh, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So that's it more or less from gifts wise. I think I got and I guess Aaron hooked me up with some of the I'm trying to make a complete set of the Armada Fleer trading cards of all the different parallels and all of I'm slowly getting there. And Aaron had a whole bunch, so he hooked me up with a bunch of them. I'd like to get some extras of Dulor, because he's my favorite minicon. Where's Dulor? So I'm trying to get more of him. But Aaron hooked me up with a bunch of these, but still missing. I mean, I think the whole set was like 130 cards, and I think like each pack like barely gave you like 6 cards or something in each thing. So I'm slowly trying to get a full set. I should probably make a missing list. I kind of gave it to Aaron. I had like a half-assed one, but so he hooked me up with that. Trying to see if I forgot anything else because a lot of the stuff that I got, some stuff that I was given presents, I already kind of put it in the displays. Some stuff that I bought, I already put in the displays because when you get home, you got to put everything away. The big autograph stuff I got this weekend, I already put away and stuff. I think that's it. What I did get that I wanted to show you guys. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Awesome. Well, everyone's little to me, Super Smash gamer. I'm 6'1", so uh, people were looking at the photos of the not the live stream of the panel between me and Aaron Archer, and people were going, how tall is Proto Man? Because like no offense to Aaron isn't exactly like a super tall guy, but next to Aaron, I look like I'm 7 foot, so and I guess when I'm next to Jaws D, I look like I'm 8 feet. So the big thing that I got this weekend was, not this weekend, it came in the mail. I ordered this from Yahoo Japan, not Yahoo Japan, Amazon Japan. And this book here, guys, let me tell you something. There is a lot of new lore in this book that I am going to be translating in the near future. That is good. So this is the Transformers Encyclopedia Archive, and it's to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Transformers. But what's awesome about this book, don't let this cover deceive you. This is all about the lore between continuities, but more specifically because of Rise of the Beast, the lore of the Beast era going from G2. So, I mean, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I just wanted to show, like, there's everything here. This is all timeline stuff, like explaining what happened during the war. Okay, let me go through the movie stuff. You know, all the different leaders throughout the years, explaining each leader through the different continuities. Um, More movie stuff. Where's the juicy stuff? Hold on. Here we go. This here, this wall of text is explaining going from Generation 2, the end of the Great War, and into the Beast era with, I guess we could call it the Great Format and the Great Reduction. And there's all this story here that needs to be translated. So that's really cool that that's there. And it's even more like all of this explaining the Beast era and all of this stuff. It's all text, but it's all explanations of that. So I'm going to take one day, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to try to translate all this, explaining the golden discs, the two different kinds, the arc, you know, the ships, the dark side. It's all Beast Wars stuff here. It's all, look at this, all Beast Wars, Beast Wars. Explaining Beast Machines in Japan, which was known as Beast Wars Return, and the story with that, you know, the reformatting, explaining like what protoforms are and their history with that, you know, the differences with all kinds of the lore, and then going into Beast Wars Second, all that explanation, Beast Wars Second, Beast Wars Neo, the explanation of the story of car robots and how it connects to G1 lore and where it fits in. Like if you go back to the leaders thing here, so what's interesting is they show Convoy and it goes to Rodimus, but there's a parallel here because Convoy is 1985 in Japan. Rodimus Convoy is 2010, 2006 for America, but this is 2000 that happened in between. So there's a lot of cool, there's a lot of deep lore stuff here. And I love this page. All the side merchandise stuff for Beast Wars, candy toys, kabayas, model kits, PVCs, kites, PVC figures, guns, play sets, other candy toys, mini PVCs. The next page is the best. You get all kinds of like little gum toys, more model kits, more this, and VHSs, comic books, costumes from stage shows. Here's every stage show costume that ever existed of Beast Wars, mostly from the Japanese stuff. So Beast Wars Second and Beast Wars Neo. More VHSs, lucky draws, every single lucky draw from the Beast era. This book's crazy. More timeline stuff. How does it all fit in? I could go on and on. I am going to try to I'm going to try to translate as much as this book as possible when I get back from San Diego. It's going to be a long process. I'm going to probably do it page by page, and it's probably going to take me minimum 5 to 8 hours a page to translate some of the stuff. But this book is chocked filled with new lore. And this is the kind of stuff I eat up. I love this so much. Love this so much. So that's why I bought this book, because I remember like just reading how it was going to have all kinds of new stuff. And there's even a comic at the back, a brand new comic celebrating the 40th anniversary, a new little SD comic with Hot Rod and the crew and everybody. So I'll try to translate that too and have that scanned. I don't want to spoil what happens at the end, but some cool stuff. But yeah, really cool. Oh, Beast Wars wieners are, first of all, it's Beast Wars the sausage. Beasto sausage. Where's the Beasto sausage? Where's Beasto sausage with Rat Trap? Let me find those. Where's the Beasto sausage? Where is it? I saw it before. Here it is. See, they only show the packaging though. There it is. Beasto was a sausage. Now made with 100% Rat Trap. Cool stuff. Super hyped about that book. Literally, it was waiting for me when I came home. So, great stuff. Great stuff. But yeah. Oh, and the last thing I got in the mail, limited run games. Finally, the physical copy of Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge, the anniversary edition, which has all the DLC. Got that, came in the mail. Got my new game to play. What's cool about the limited run games version? This is really cool. I probably should cover it though. Comes with a coupon for a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut, just like the old Nintendo game. Also comes with some stickers, and it comes with an instruction manual because you never see that anymore. And it has all the turtles. Look at that, chock filled in a physical. Nowadays you don't even get instructions. Now you don't even get anything anymore. That's really cool. That I bought. That came in the mail. So Grant Brown, thank you, Pearl, for the work to translate. Oh, so much. My buddy Hydra, Lonely Gamer 49 is her name. Lonely Gamer 59. Those are like the three big people in the Transformer community who do translating of stuff. Coupon probably not valid in Canada. Probably not. Doesn't matter. Ninjatron, who's going to the States in a couple days, gonna get me a pizza in San Diego. I could use it then. I could use it then. Gotta think in 3D like a ninja. Not just vertical and horizontal. But yeah, that's it more or less. Ninjatron, how could I forget you? How could I forget you? So last year, Ninjatron gave me this Super Mario Optimus Prime sticker, and here's his new one, Yoshi Grimlock. So I got the pair now. That's pretty cool. Got that. I think that's it. Outside of other, physical stuff that I bought, I got a few things here and there, but they're already in the display. I'm not going to bother take them out. I think that's it. For stuff. But that's it more or less of the stuff. Cool stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's open it up to super chats, and then we will relax the rest of the evening. Stay in Canada. Nah, man. I gotta go to SDCC. I got stuff I gotta do. Go check me out, yo. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be crazy. We got the Hasbro breakfast thing, and then we got the panel, and then we got the Hasbro symbiote dinner thingy or whatever. I don't know what the hell that is. There's a whole bunch of things we're doing. So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but go check us out, booth 3247 next to the Bandai Namco and Mezco booth, right in the middle, right in the heart of all the madness. That's where all the action's going to be, is going to be right in that center there anyways. I think the only thing that's kind of far away, I think, is maybe the Super 7 booth. I'd like to check them out, but I want to get all their stuff. There's so much stuff from Super 7 I want. But looking good. Get yourself some street tacos when I am there. Well, the goal is, because I'm going to be arriving, if everything works out great, I'm going to be arriving there Tuesday. That's going to be like a 6-hour flight. So when we arrive, between getting our luggage and relaxing in the you have to check into your hotel room, all that stuff. Then we're going to probably take a shower and just chill for a bit. Then we're going to meet up with our crew, get our badges. There's the whole check-in process for dealers and exhibitors for the con. And then after that, yeah, we'll probably grab a bite, probably do something. We'll see what's in the area. And just have fun. The rumor is that this might be the very last San Diego Comic-Con in San Diego. So might be the swan song. Who knows? We will see. And the bathroom. If I take the street tacos, we will see about that. We'll see. The goal is more so. The goal is that weekend is business. That's the primary reason why I'm down there to begin with, and then it's going to be maybe catching a bite here or there, but it's going to be mostly business, picking up some cool stuff, maybe meeting some celebrities, and we will see. It's all kind of up in the air right now. But yeah, mayoral, let me tell you something. It's going to be a nightmare because of the stupid anything that's Hasbro. Anything that's Hasbro, you got to go into a roulette thingy, man, which is so stupid. I just want Death's Head. Is that too much to ask? I'm going all the way to San Diego Comic-Con to go all the way back from San Diego Comic-Con to then have to buy Death's Head off of eBay from a guy who was able to win the lottery to be able to buy it, who didn't want it, who just wanted it to put it on eBay. Hasbro, I don't know why you're doing that, man. I really don't. It's just a rumor right now that it might be the last one in San Diego. It's just it's getting a little bit ridiculous in San Diego between the homeless problem that's becoming ridiculously rampant over there, which is hurting the tourism, combined with the fact that despite the fact that it's insanely boring over there, the hotel prices are through the roof. They take advantage of everyone who comes in every year. There's no good rates. Airbnbs are more expensive than even getting hotel rooms. And even hostels and stuff. I know a lot of people that go to San Diego and they're willing to stay in a hostel or something. And they're going like, man, the hostel is like $500 a month, a night. So it's crazy. And San Diego doesn't appreciate that because that hurts their bottom line. If people can't stay the weekend, they're not going to come. Because if one night in a hotel room is going to cost you more than what you're going to spend that entire weekend, then what's the point of even going at all? You might as well just stay home and buy the stuff off of eBay. So we'll see what happens. We will see. But there's a lot of bad blood supposedly going around. A lot of bad blood. Billy B, don't be that guy. It's always like, hey, I got a suggestion for a city that you could do your con at. Me. I swear, everyone. I remember when we were first talking about doing TFcon in the United States, every person's suggestion was always like, you should do it in this city. And then I go, just out of curiosity, what city are you from? That same city. I would never suggest doing a con at Montreal. Not at all. Montreal is a cool town. It's hip, has great food, great culture, but you don't run a con at it. It's not that kind of culture, you know? It's not that. I always suggest if you're running a con, Chicago, New York, LA, you need those like super high walk-in traffic, super high density cities, like super high density. Not just like Montreal has high density, but Chicago destroys Montreal, like LA destroys Montreal, LA destroys Toronto. Like you need like the crazy high density ones. And yeah, LA's in bad shape too. I know. Well, that's the big problem. Like I'm hearing a lot of stuff and I'm going to go experience that in person. So, experience that in person for sure. So we will see. We will see. But I remember someone was like, forget who it was, but someone was like really trying to sell me on their small little town. Like, you should do it here. We have like a racetrack and we got this and you like racing Proto Man. I'm like, yeah, that's great. But look, when they did HasCon in Rhode Island, we were reminded why we don't do conventions in Rhode Island, even though Hasbro is there. Because if you do it in these good low quality towns, and I'm not saying low quality, I mean low population, you know, it is what it is. Look, TFcon does Chicago, it does amazing. TFcon does LA, it does amazing. TFcon does Washington, it does okay. I like Washington as a location, but I could see that the audience is slightly less. Baltimore, let's see. Let's see. Last time they were in Baltimore, it was, but we will see. Might be some contractual obligations that need to be done. Let's put it that way. But we will see. When they did BotCon in Kentucky, that was pretty good. But mind you, that was the same weekend as some kind of big event. I think the Kentucky Derby or something. So there was a lot of like traffic and stuff too that came just for the day. So we will see. Remember, guys, you cannot give a suggestion if it's less than an hour away from where you live, because then that is favoritism. Give a suggestion that's logical. If Proto Man wrote a Transformer series, he's not putting Hot Rod in it because it wouldn't make sense. So if you're going to give a suggestion for a place to run the con, make it somewhere that makes sense, not just because it's in your backyard. That's how you get the job done. Time of the end with the $2 super chat. Next year's Spinster will be a Siege reissue. Knowing the new crew, here's the thing. The Spinister that we got from Siege was designed under the John Warden era. Knowing how Evan and Mark are and how they're all about making their own stamp on things, I would imagine they're going to make a brand new one. They're going to do a brand new tooling. Or like it won't just be like a retool, it'll be a brand new, like maybe they'll use the head or something. But they're going to do some brand new tooling or something. Because that's kind of their thing. Like they keep saying, "Oh, we want to make a new Soundwave. We want to make a new Soundwave." So I feel like the leader class Soundwave that we're getting through Legacy United at the end is like the last hurrah for that one before they go into the Mark and Evan Studio Series 86 version. You totally know that's going to happen. It's the same thing. It's like all those leader classes we got of Prime, and then whoop, here we go, 86 Prime. Anyone buying that Arc Bridge set there? Now that that one's kind of, everyone's buying it for the mainframe now, if anything. Let's see here. Milwaukee, we got one. Grant Brown says I live in New Orleans, but Chicago or Cincinnati would be good. Chicago always does amazing. That's the one that I always like. I see that one, They do Chicago, and every single time they ace it. It always does very well with traffic. Patrick Brown, Houston, Texas. It got huge convention center. So when they did BotCon in Texas, that one was okay. They did that at the Metroplex. No joke. That was the name of the hotel and convention center. It was called the Metroplex. That was the city that JFK was shot in, which I don't remember. It's because it's all a blur. That one. I remember that was the year that had, which box set was that? The Most Wanted box set? I don't remember. That's what it's called, the Most Wanted. I think it was that one. I'm not too sure. But I remember that one was okay. That one was okay. It's all about what has the most diverse and deepest amount of Transformer fans in a given surrounding location. Like if you go 6 hours east, west, north, or south, there's a good amount of people that could travel to it and converge. That was Dallas. Okay, that was the Dallas one. I have all my box sets. They're all lined up, and sometimes they have the date and the location written on the side, but apparently with that one there isn't. JFK was there. You go. So it was the Dallas one then. The only reason why I know that was because that was a selling point. They were literally offering tours on you could go see where JFK was shot, and I was like, really? As a Canadian, I'm like, okay, that's a thing, sure. The biggest thing about that weekend was the $4.20 chicken McNuggets. That was the biggest thing that weekend. Did TFcon's 2024 Toronto do well? It was record numbers for Toronto. That's for sure. It's still small pickings in comparison to the USA shows, but I believe, if I remember hearing correctly, it was record numbers for Toronto. One of the biggest turnouts for Toronto. The dealer turnout was so massive that we actually had to move all of the independent artists into a separate room because we didn't have space for all the dealers. Like that's how jam-packed it was. So it was a very good year. I will say this, it was easily one of the more fun social years. Was the dealer room awesome? I'm never been a fan of Toronto's dealer room, I'll be honest. It's a little too third party for me. There was this and that was cool, but in general, not much really that spoke to me there. But otherwise, was a very fun show. Always great to see people. The Toronto show is the social show. You go there to have fun, hang out with people. What I like about the Toronto show is it's much more in a bubble. Like you go to your hotel room, or you go to the bar, or you go to the lobby, and everyone's in that sphere, or you go to the parts parties. They're all in that sphere. Or you go to the water slides. It's all in that sphere of walking distance. When you go to the USA shows, things are a little more spaced out. Yeah, you might find some people at the bar. You might find some people at parts parties. You might find some people, but otherwise, there's so much outside, usually the front door, that people kind of just go out and about, you know? Where the Toronto shows, everyone's kind of forced to hang out and talk, and it's cool. And it's a good thing. So, um, Joseph says Phoenix is the perfect weather in winter and the fifth largest in North America. Does it have a good airport? And does that good airport have a good convention center, or a shuttle system to a good convention center? Because that's also another key question, you know? Tom McNeil, it was crazy numbers of dealers. That hallway was busy. Yeah, the hallway that normally is used for the artist alley was instead used for dealers. Um, and there was a lot of deals to be had at that hallway, I will say. Brycey's cousin, was it, that was helping sell parts of his collection, had a lot of really good stuff for sale. There was a lot of good stuff that people bought. T-Formers 2002. What was the amount of the charity auction closed record breaking, or was above that? The charity auction, if I remember correctly, was more or less above or below what the average was. Usually year to year, we get about 13 to 14. That's usually how much. I mean, I think last year we got more, but a lot of that had to do with, we had some really big ticket items that sold very well, that made, like, no joke, I always joke about it, but General Techno's Cosmos probably made up 4% of a Make-A-Wish kid's wish. Like, no joke. Like, if you quantify that number of how much that thing sold for, like, probably 4% of a Make-A-Wish kid's wish was probably because of that Cosmos custom. Well, this year, well, like, some stuff sold well. The HasLab Desaurus sold well. There was a Universe Vector Prime that someone bought to get signed by Aaron Archer that sold for like $200 or $300. That one was a surprise. But there was no like big crazy ones that were in that 4-digit mark in a lot of ways. So, those ones, and there was quite a few of those last year. So that really helped a lot. But definitely this was a good one. I always say it takes about $8,000 to $9,000 for a Make-A-Wish to happen. So when you get 13, some kids getting their Make-A-Wish, you know? And how it works is because you need to fly out the family, you need to fly out the kid. It depends what the Make-A-Wish is, so it factors in flights and hotels, and if they have any special needs for their sickness, you have all that machinery there, or the gurneys and everything. And then, of course, the actual wish itself, whatever that is, whether it be meeting John Cena or Mickey Mouse or going to Disneyland or whatever. So you need always about $8,000, $9,000, and we more than crushed that. So that's the best part about it, is that we crushed it. That we crushed it. So good stuff. I always love doing it every year. There was a lot of great donations. There was a lot of really cool stuff. The make a deal thing was also good. Ian told me there was a lot of good deals there too that were made for people. So props to all you guys that donated. You guys donate really cool stuff, and it could be loose figures. It could be like a loose, figure, or it could be like a whole bunch of cool box stuff. It always is aces. Always is aces. We don't usually get to auction everything in the initial auction, but when that make a deal part happens and everyone converges, that's when everything gets sold. I remember there was a what do you call it? Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad set that someone donated. Someone offered like $40 for that, and we were like, okay. Like, we were gonna offer 10, whoever that guy was, but so there was a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, where's that GoBot 3-pack? I don't have mine in the mail yet. I'm looking forward to that. I think Mikey and Louie, I sent that to them. Not too sure. I have to get that one. That thing I'm so excited about. Didn't stick around for the auction. That room just felt a little too warm and stiff. Yeah, well, it's always busy. It's probably the most packed that room is. Um, Even more than like the script readings, or even more than the third party panels. That room is never more packed than the charity auction. That's why I always tell people. I know people go to TFcon for the Saturday and Sunday, but Friday is where you don't want to miss out. You want to do the charity auction. You want to do the Proto Man parts party. You want to hang out in the evening. Like, there's so much cool stuff. Nerds in a small room, stuffy and sticky. Well, that depends who you touch. That depends who you touch, Joseph. Uh, Grant Brown, Proto with so many IDW versions of characters, do you think we'll get a roller version? I think so. I think that when it comes to IDW characters, that's something that I could see every so often they'll throw one out there. Like you'll fast forward. I could totally see them one day doing IDW Hot Rod, like done as a mainline legacy classics-esque, generations-esque figure, like a deluxe or a Voyager. I could totally see them doing the Megatron, even though they kind of did it during was it Power of the Primes? Where you had the sticker for the Autobot? I think it was Power of the Primes. The one that was also a repaint retool of Armada Megatron. I could see them, doing something like that. There's a few characters that I could see them doing. Maybe like Ratchet, maybe their version of Drift. They have to use the Drift trademark. They go, oh, we'll do the IDW one. I could see them tackling a few. Every couple of years, they'll throw one in. I could see them doing. And it'll be strictly for a trademark reason. We got to do a Drift, but we can't do XYZ. I could see them doing that. Tommy Neal, it was just warm in there in general last week. So what I heard, and I can't confirm this, was the air conditioning at one point kind of was messing up. I know that in my hotel room, I was blasting it all weekend because I just wanted it to be really good and nice and cool in there, especially when you have a parts party in your hotel room. Oh, that's going to get packed very quick, and it did get packed very quick. But there's a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, it was kind of warm. There was that monsoon at one point at I want to say like Saturday like afternoon. All of a sudden, it was pissing rain like crazy, and the wind just like blowing the trees like as if it was like hurricanes and stuff. It was pretty nuts. It was pretty nuts. And it's funny because last TFCon, that was like when we lost all internet and everything because of other things. So, but it was a fun weekend. It was met a lot of cool people. I'm so happy all the people that came by to say hi to me and Aaron, and just say that they love what I do or what he does and bought stuff and supported everything. You know, that's usually the best way to support the podcast. If you can't do the super chats, the Patreon, the YouTube membership, if you come to the con, pick up something from us. That's one way to help. One guy, literally, no joke, just handed me and Aaron $50 and said split it, just as a thank you. So that guy, thank you very much. That was really cool of you. That bought Aaron that bought Aaron breakfast. That bought me breakfast. I've been going to TFCon for almost 2 decades now. I just realized there's an amazing breakfast place that's like a short 5-minute drive away called Skyjacks. All these years, I didn't realize that. Now it's going to be my go-to now every time for breakfast. So that half of that that $50 bill, that 25 that I took, I went and had a good breakfast. So thank you, sir, for that. There were so many presents, so many gifts, so many cool people, you know, so much cool stuff. Is that what the name of the craziness is? Luca 15? Was that the hurricane that's happening? T-Formers 2000, my GoBots will be here either tomorrow or Monday. Okay, so it's because I'm already seeing people messing with theirs and I'm getting all jelly. Because I have the originals and I want to do like side-by-side comparisons.
Must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Patrick Brown with the YouTube member question. Proto, any rumors on Hasbro from Hasbro on minicons yet? So the rumor that I keep hearing, and this is a Hasbro brand manager in Australia named Cam Yar getting in trouble. Essentially, he confirmed that the core class is being discontinued for something new and exciting. And if there's anything that we've ever talked about on the podcast is, and Aaron has talked about it on his podcast too, is Hasbro always protects their spots on the SKU of retail. So like, yeah, let's use an example here. I'll use this. Like, so if this is like the display at Walmart, and this is what they put the Earthspark stuff. This is the movie stuff, like Rise of the Beast, and this is the Legacy stuff. They always make sure that if they get rid of a price point, whether it be a deluxe or this or that, they always fill it in with something else. So that's why when we're looking at the main line of, like, let's say Transformers 1, and you're looking at all these weird items. Oh, what are these, like the bot shots and this and that and everything? Why? Because they're just trying to protect those price points that aren't going to exist. So now you don't have the Beast combiners. Now you have some weird Transformers 1, mini con element or item or something. So it's the same thing. So because Core Class is being replaced, what is going to be in its place? Something of a similar space in the shelving. They want to protect that space. So the rumor, in this long-winded answer, I apologize. The rumor is that it potentially could be mini cons. Is it a return to 3-packs? Is it something that's 2-packs? Is it a 1-pack, like a Battle Master? We don't know. We don't know, but it'll be something. It'll definitely be something in that kind of area there, but we will see. We got Sabertron Toys with the $2 super chat. Protoman, thanks for your service to our country. As a Canadian, waving my flag. Well, I'm definitely going to be in your country soon. Definitely going to be in your country very, very soon. Bringing the lovely lady too with me, so she'll be manning the booth with me. So you get to see my lovely lady in my life, as well as all the other craziness. All the other craziness. And again, like I said, reminder, if you want to get one of these guys, if you are at San Diego Comic-Con, just come and bug me. Just ask for it. Just say, hey, Proto, do you got one of these? And I'll get you. This one comes with a trading card. This one will also be sealed too. So we'll hook you up. $15. And you get yourself a nice exclusive Transformer. Those are super limited. I have very little left. We will see. Someone's spamming. Oh, always with the spamming. I feel sorry for you guys. John, you on it? Do I have to send him a message? Oh, John's on it. He's on it. Goodbye, my friend. You had a good run. Anyways, always happens. Is that how you're going to spend your Saturday night? Spamming? Has the lady in your life mastered all the Dinobot names yet? Funny story, Joseph. We were sitting having breakfast and I asked her about that. And she went, Grimlock, Swoop, Sludge, Snarl. And she forget Slag. Could you believe it? She forgot the name of the podcast. Because she says Sarah. Sarah is French for Sarah. And Sarah was the name of the Triceratops from what's it called? Their Land Before Time. So she's like, what's the name of Sarah? So that's why she says that. So she's like, oh, the Sarah one, the Triceratops. Which I don't even think Sarah was a Triceratops. She was that other like Triceratops like adjacent kind of dinosaur. I'm no paleontologist, so I'm gonna get it all wrong. But John got him. John zapped him. John wasn't available last week. John was too busy at TFcon to be the mod. Patrick Brown, new question. Armada Thrust appeared in Hot Shots packaging. Any rumors when he might appear in toy form? Let's bring that up, actually. I actually was packing that away recently. So Patrick's referring to this. So this packaging here, which oddly enough debuted at last San Diego Comic-Con during the breakfast preview. So gee, Patrick, the next breakfast preview is going to be coming soon. So just maybe. Just maybe. Good old squid head just might appear. We will see. Premonitions of the future. But it might happen. Another Conehead Deluxe Voyager class. Joseph Ritter in the USA, not knowing all the Dinobots could be grounds for divorce. Well, that sucks for the USA then, because that's not here in Canada. Yeah, well, Sarah, because Sarah is French for Sarah. Sarah. So that's why she always goes, oh, it's the Sarah one, right? The Sarah one. She loves Land Before Time. That's like one of her favorite movies when she was a kid. So she always tries to collect merchandise from it and stuff. If you find the Land Before Time puppets for her, she will be so happy. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, brother? Might as well plug it again. Get Aaron's book. Get Aaron's book. Get him to draw something cool on the inside. Get Aaron's goodness. Go buy a print or something too. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Hey, Proto, if I were to sell the Nerf blasters, what do you think would be the best fair price? Well, brother, what I always say is, it's a measure of your time and investment. So how much does this cost? How much does this cost? So that's your base cost right there with paint. This is a sticker here. So first you use that as a base, and then the time, and then you put a number to that. I always refer to Puggle Formers, who does all those Transformer plushes of Puggles or whatever. And her logic is always, well, it takes me like 3 hours to make it. And if I charge $14 an hour, so that's why she charges sometimes like 40, $50 for the little Puggle plushes that she does, those custom ones. And I mean, that's how she comes to that number. So, I mean, silly me. Ugh. Shows how good I am with a gun. Well, don't worry, Butters, I won't shoot you. Hey, look at that. Butters, you just chilling today? But yeah, I would just try to figure out like what's your cost of time. Uh, James Hobson, I think the only Transformer my wife is Optimus Prime, maybe Metro. Oh, my wife knows plenty. She could probably tell you the origin of Prime. When you live around this, you don't think that she could probably name more Micromasters than most people. So, but she was only able to name 4 of the 5 Dinobots. Grant Brown, Land Before Time was the greatest at breaking my heart. Such a good movie. Yeah, she loved that movie. She loved it. I think she bought it like twice on DVD. Like there was like 2 versions. One had more extras than the other. Big I have all the Land Before Time rubber hand puppets. They came from a restaurant. I can't remember. I was Pizza Hut, if I remember correctly. Bigum. I think Pizza Hut had the puppets, because I know that KFC did a different promotion where you got PVC figures and a book, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I believe it was Pizza Hut was the plushes. And there you go. Thank you, El Kevo. It was Pizza Hut. I remember seeing the commercial years ago. Tom McNeil, my husband, had no idea who most of Transformers are, but he's sweet and went with me to TFcon last weekend. Hey, man, you need to always have a supportive, significant other who understands the madness. They don't have to be as big a fan as you. Heck, they don't even have to be a fan. That's what I always say. They don't need to be a fan. They just need to understand. And when you're rambling and ranting, oh, honey, you won't believe, Hot Rod opened the Matrix when he was inside Unicron, but Hound wasn't there, but Shockwave was, almost going to get crushed by Unicron. As long as they're listening and they're kind of absorbing most of it because they respect you, that's all you could ask for. That's all you could ask for. Billy B. Yep. Pizza Hut. I worked for them at that time. Awesome. Are the breadsticks still good? Pizza Hut breadsticks were always my jam with that marinara dipping sauce. I haven't been to a Pizza Hut in forever because regular pizza in Montreal is so awesome that like the big chains outside of maybe Little Caesars, and the only reason why people go to Little Caesars because it's so cheap, you know. Patrick Brown, so proud of my wife. We were chatting recently, and she named all 5 Autobots from the 2007 movie. She is not 100% into the nerd culture, so it's huge. Well, hey, it shows that she was listening during the movie. Not to mention Optimus Prime kind of introduced everybody, so it really shows that she was listening. Grant Brown, do you think it's a good idea to pick up the Transformers Activate toys from Amazon since they might be canceled? Well, it's not a matter of like, let's put it this way. Are you picking it up because you're hoping that the game happens and the toys will have some kind of recognition, or do you just like the designs? I mean, I think the Bumblebee looks kind of funky, but you know, the sound waves okay. The only one of the 4, in my opinion, that's kind of interesting is the Starscream has a weird asymmetric design, and the Optimus is kind of cool. The Bumblebee and the Soundwave, yeah, those are kind of the weaker of the other two, and unfortunately, they're not shared in a set. So it is what it is. It's really if you want it. Pro Man looks like a complete psychopath tonight wielding that Megatron. Well, this is probably the most of a gun a Canadian will ever hold, in my opinion. So I'll just put this down and look less like a psychopath. Ugh. With a with a Shinkanger sword instead. How about that? Well, it doesn't even make the noise. Something I'm supposed to sell actually, but right now I don't have time because I'm going to be leaving this week. Cham cham bara cham barara samurai sentai shinkenja abare. Where are we at here? Bigum, all the pizzas around here got shut down. The franchise didn't pay the franchise fees, and around 300 stores in the Midwest are closed. Oh, dude, Bigum, there's got to be at least 2 Pizza Huts left here in Montreal. Almost all of them got closed down too. It's so expensive. You know what I mean? Like to me, pizza is supposed to be cheap and affordable. You know, like cheap, affordable, easy to get. A sit down restaurant and expensive. Come on, man. You're missing the point. You're missing the point of what pizza is. That's like making like a $20 hot dog, you know? When there's so many places in Montreal you could get a hot dog for 99 cents that does the job. And all the toppings are free. So you could just like put everything on there. Fawn Heart 2000, my wife loves Hot Rod Rodimus Prime. Well, your wife has very good taste. Very, very good taste. Eh, eh. Uh, really like the reactivate Starscream toy hacks. Really sold them on. So there you go. So get that one. I mean, I think it's going to be if the game truly gets canceled, I really feel it's going to be an oddity. You know what I mean? It's really going to be one of those weird things where in the future, like people are going to be like, "Hey, remember that 4 figures of a game that never happened?" And it becomes this weird thing. Might be worth it to pick it up. Where are we? Proto, my grandson, Bentley Grant. Cool name. Loves G1 Inferno. What is your favorite version of Inferno? Sorry, he wanted me to ask you. The best version, honestly, if you're talking like G1 accurate, and this falls into like value, it's got to be the masterpiece. I really like real talk. Inferno is like in my like top 10 favorite Transformers of all time. I really love G1 Inferno. Back in the G2 days, like I wanted that G2 Inferno toy because I had like that water shooting gimmick that the original didn't have. So like he's up there in my like echelon of favorite characters. I really like the masterpiece. I thought the Kingdom one is really cool. I'm partial a little bit to the one that they did that used the repaint from Hotshot afterwards. Hotspot, excuse me. That Universe 2.0 one, that one was okay. The original is a classic, you know, all those part forming pieces and everything. But I would say, like, for a child, if they could get their hands on the Kingdom one, get that one. That's a really good mold. And the plastic is stronger, I find, on the Inferno one, because I find the grapple one, the pegs that that attach to the vehicle mode, they're a lot more fragile. So the Inferno one's also more sturdier. So I would go with the Kingdom Voyager class Inferno if you can't get the masterpiece due to the Benjamins, or in the case of the Canadians, the maple smelling paper. with hockey players on them. Hope that answers that, Mr. Grant. T-Formers 2002. I don't get Little Caesars much anymore because the owner in my hometown dodged his payments. Well, that's a different story. That's a franchisee owner who ran away and he's a dummy. I think Little Caesars is really good because if you're like throwing a party of guys and you need a lot of food quickly, yo man, like $40 gets you like 5 medium pies and breadsticks and dipping sauce and maybe a couple of like, cinnamon rolls and like you could like literally fill a whole party of dudes like a fucking oh, I just swore there. Don't hurt me, YouTube. You could really put a whole party together, like with $40, that's what pizza should be. Where Pizza Hut's biggest problem is $40 is two people eating, at least in my case. So Tom Laney, that MP Inferno is great. The engineering that tucks away the ladder was great. Yeah, no, I love the masterpiece. That's why. But I don't want to suggest it so much because it's expensive. But he's a big boy. He's a big hunky boy. Love him. Love him. Rest in peace, Emerson something, his voice actor. He was a race car driver. So I always respected that about him too. Really cool guy, his voice actor. Mark Morales with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Mark, for the super chat. Just came back from Collecticon and had the honor of meeting the legendary Peter Cullen. Yeah. Montreal's own. He is such a humble man. Same week as the Commander Class drops. He is a humble man, and it made Josdy very happy to see that he's also not a very tall man. I met Peter, the first time I met Peter was many years ago at a BotCon. I remember I took a photo with him. And you don't notice it at the time, but when you look back at the photo, he was like up to here for me. And I was like, oh, damn, that voice comes out of that little dude. And he's a native Montrealer. He's super cool. Because back in the day, the BotCon badges, it would say where you were from. So it would say like Daniel Proto Man. It would say like Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And he would see the badges and he's like, oh, you're from my hometown. And he was there until his 20s before he tried to get into Hollywood and stuff. So I love Peter. Peter is a absolute gem. He's not my favorite voice actor. I still think Frank is slightly more talented than him. Frank Welker is next level. But I love Peter. Peter's still pretty cool. Cool dude. Really cool dude. Got to meet him so many times. Someone that speaks from the heart, really passionate guy, and speaks the truth. He's done panels where he speaks the truth, and I always appreciate a guy who's not political. He just speaks the truth about life. Let's put it that way. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Mark Morales. Lizard Sphere X, boy, did I enjoy the screen accurate magenta hot rod. You gotta love that. Gotta love that screen accurate pink, yo. I always love this one. I always refer to it. This is the best hot rod figure ever made. It's not articulated, but it's the most screen accurate one. Look at that. Gotta love that pink. Look at that face sculpt. Look at that. Look at that hunky boy. You the man, Roddy. Timmy K. Poindexter X-Wire the third. Proto, what's for dinner? I grabbed a whole rotisserie chicken and a half rib from Costco for $25. You know where it's at, my friend. You go to Costco, get yourself a chicken, go get yourself a pizza slice, go get yourself a hot dog, and you're full for the rest of the day, and you need to talk to nobody. I ate at Larry's, who's in the chat today. It's his birthday today. It was his birthday, and he had a big barbecue, so me and Jaws D went to his place, had some good food. We had chicken wings, which were really good, Larry, those chicken wings. Chicken wings, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, all kinds of good stuff there. A lot of good stuff. Absolutely yummy. But I'm so dehydrated. So where are we at? Yeah, language. It happens. Sometimes it happens. Graham Brown with the $10 super chat, gold super chat. Thank you, Grant Brown. Thank you, Proto. And yes, he has the 2 Kingdom Infernos in package and one disassembled, some Paw Patrol toys. So then I guess, if you could track that, it's probably very cheap now. You could track down the Universe 2.0 one. Then you get like that missile launcher on his arm. Can I grab that one, or is it tucked away? It's a little tucked away. Do I want to make a mess? I am not going to risk it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my universe display. And I'm like, could I pull out the Hot Shot one? Ooh, they're all like tucked away. The Voyagers are all the way in the back. But yeah, like that's a really good one too. And you could probably get that so cheap now because no one cares about it. So you could probably like find that, like check on like a Facebook marketplace or something, even someone's probably offering it for nothing. Get it loose complete with that single missile. You're good. And Paw Patrol toys. Cat Proto just said a swear word. C'est la vie. Fantastic Hot Rod. Happy birthday, Larry, from James Hopkins. Grant Brown, Fantastic Hot Rod. We got a $5 super chat from John Deckard. He wants to know, thank you, John, for the $5 super chat. This is in the way here. Do you think Hasbro will use one of the aerial bots for G2 Cyberjets? Also, surprised we haven't gotten G2 Blackout yet. Well, I mean, the hooligan homage always finds its way sooner or later. If one Cyberjet is going to get love, it's hooligan. But we got through the movie line, we got that space case homage. I think I sold that at my parts party, if I remember correctly. Did I? Yeah, I think I did sell that at my parts party. The G2 homage, Dark of the Moon homage to Space Case. Every so often, Hasbro, when they're looking for a deco to just have a unique item, that's tiger kind of stripes for Hooligan always comes up. And Hooligan is, you take, what's his name? Air Raid from the aerial bots, give him that Hooligan color scheme. Maybe retool it a little bit so it has the Hooligan head sculpt and you're good to go. And I would buy that. I love Hooligan. I think he's such a cool design. I mean, the Cyberjets were like the beginning of articulated Transformers in a lot of ways. They were some of the first ball jointed guys, not the first, but definitely some of the most first that people remember with those cool missile hands and everything. God, I love those dudes. So cool. So simple, but yet so cool. Like cool posability and the little pressure missile and the cool designs and the cool colors. I love them. Joseph Ridd, well, thank you, John Decker, for the super chat. But I could see them doing the cyber again, Hooligan for sure, because they did one. Forget what it was. I think it was a multi-pack during Revenge of the Fallen. They did one. They did like a homage to it using one of the drone characters, those mono eye characters from the video game movie games. They made a toy. I think it was Fear Swoop. Fear Swoop was the name. Someone correct me. It was Fear Swoop. That's what I'm remembering. Fear Swoop, I think was his name, because they didn't have Hooligan at the time. So I guess Fear Swoop was the go-to. Correct me on that one. My connection to the wiki from my Neuralink isn't working right now. Joseph Ritter, are you buying the Mattel Street Sharks exclusive to SDCC? Any non-Transformers exclusive you're interested in? Oh, Joseph. If anything, all the stuff I want is not Transformer related. I want from Super 7, I want the Jet Jaguar Godzilla Shaking Hand 2-pack. I want the Thrilla Gorilla mint on card from Super 7. I want 2 of those because that has a little bit of video game history. Look up that one, Thrilla Gorilla. I want the Jada Toys Pink Chun-Li. That's more for the wife. The wife loves owning anything anything she's cosplayed. She loves owning figures of, so she's going to get that one. I want that. We want obviously the Death's Head from Hasbro, but that's technically Transformers, even though it's under the Marvel emblem. I want, what else did I want? I'm tempted if I want the Cobra Commander. I was once a man, but again, that's lottery stuff, so I might not be able to get that anyways. What else? I had a list. It's not on me right now, but that's just a few. I know. Of course, the Unicron from Super 7. I want that. The Street Sharks Pool Shark. Got to get that from Mattel 100%. That is so cool. That one, I might want 2 of those just so I could have one sealed, then I could have one loose. because it's so cool and it's Ripster with a jacket that comes off. Ah, love it. You're talking to a guy who's been waiting like 25 years for new Street Sharks toys, you know? And the most that I got was like, you know, King Shark from DC and pretending it's a Street Sharks toy. Just to name a few. Oh, I'm told there's so many I want, Joseph. You have no idea. That's all my spending that weekend is just going to be exclusives that I could get my hands on. Totally. Uh, James Hopkins, I picked up the Universe Cyclonus Loose Complete today for about $15. There you go. A lot of those old Universe 2.0 guys, no one cares anymore, so you could get them pretty cheap now. You get them pretty good. Grant Brown, seriously, when are we getting some Super 7 Battle Beasts? Well, that's when, first of all, the Battle Beast trademark is currently owned by Diamond, so you have to get it from them. If you want Battle Beasts, you got to go to Beast Saga and what Takara's doing, which you could probably get cheap now. Bigum says Hooligan would be so good because Hooligan is awesome. T-Formers 2002, go back to earlier. My mom gets to listen to me talk every week about TFs, and she often surprises me what obscure knowledge she remembers. She also got a small Starscream collection now. Oh, very good for her. A woman collecting Starscream? Really? Really? And I'm not trying to sound sexist, but in all my years of Transformer collecting, really? A female collector who loves Starscream? I've never heard of that. Ever. 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 What is this line? Oh, Butters. Butters, come on. Come on down. Butters. Come. Meowing. Come see your public. Wizards Fear X, forgot I got Alpha Lion today. That horn ain't right. I tell you what. And that's why my fembots will be sharing it. I have no idea what Alpha Lion is. Is that a third party thing? That a third party thing? But yeah, like again, I'm gonna be getting a lot of just like the exclusives that weekend. I'm not really gonna be looking at like dealer stuff per se. Come here, sir. Ugh. Come here. Ugh. Come here. Okay, you can sit like this. Just don't hit the keyboard. I just want to make sure I don't miss it. But yeah, like God, what else do I want in terms of the exclusives? Maybe the Violent Ken also from Jada. I'm surprised they didn't do a Mega Man Jada exclusive that weekend. I hope the Mega Man stuff is selling well. You know? I really do. Butters. There you go. Patrick Brown can't be at SCC. I really want that Street Sharks Ripster. It looks amazing. I'm pretty sure some of those Mattel items, I'm pretty sure will be on their stores and stuff. I'm pretty sure. If not, eBay. I mean, I'm already in my brain getting ready to the idea of buying Death's Head off of eBay, even though I'm going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. What a wild idea that is. Imagine you're at the show and you can't even, you can't even imagine. I'll take one or two more questions because we're almost at the final mark. And then I'm going to go play me some Ninja Turtles tonight. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, David Cabal. How you doing, David? David, I will be seeing. David, I got some presents for you. At San Diego, I will be bringing you. I got to remember to pack them. I swear I will kill myself if I forget them. Proto, what do you think of the new TMNT remastered figures? I'll be honest with you. I'm hot and cold on the surface veneering that they did on the faces. It has like these pores on them. I'm not really feeling it. I felt that the remakes that were done through Super 7, remember they did like those ones? Those ones were really, really good. Like they had articulation, tons of accessories. I mean, I really liked those, and those kind of do the same thing, but just with a much more open-ended budget. And it's not because I favor Super 7. I'm not a fan of that. What they did with the surface detail was very weird. Very, very weird. I don't know the prices on them either, so maybe that's what balances it. It's cheaper, obviously. I'll answer Mayoral Fabrications question, even though it's not a super chatter thing. But what do I think of the Rama remake? It looks like exactly as I had predicted. They're basing it more of the manga. So Rama female has more of a pinkish hue as opposed to red, because in the manga cover she had more pink hair than red. It is going to be censored. Everything that I said is pretty much going to happen, which is it's now made with the intent that it is probably going to be played on Netflix and a Western audience. You can't show the nipples anymore, which is a shame. I mean, let's be real. 50% of Rama 1/2 was fan service, and they knew what their audience was. But we live in a different time and age, and that's why I always say sometimes remakes don't need to happen. You know, if you remake something, don't be surprised if it's kind of because today there's more kind of stipulations on what is cool. A lot of stuff that's made today, the rule of cool cannot exist today because of the people who are in charge of deciding of what is cool. And when the people who are deciding what is cool, they themselves are not cool, well then, that's all I'm going to say to that. And I'm not saying that the people who are behind the Rama 1/2 stuff are not cool, but definitely the people who are deciding some of the choices and directions of how this is supposed to be marketed with the intent of a Western audience also will limit some of that stuff. Obviously, I'm still going to check it out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's absolutely awesome and I'm going to eat my left foot. But I mean, I don't think anything's going to top the animation and the style of classic cell animation of the 3 Rama movies, the OVAs. I mean, Ni Hao, My Concubine, a Rama, an Akane to Remember, um, Great Fight in Nehalong, China. You know, so many of those amazing ones. One Flew Over the Kuno's Nest. These are all parody names, of course, but it's the names from Rama 1/2. And David, I did see the Kaneko Man. I've seen both episodes. It's looking great. Looking great. They are really selling in Terry Man. If you're someone new to Kaneko Man and you're watching this, you're probably going like, man, is Terry Man the main character? No, that's just how the story's written for that chapter. It's really Terry heavy until Kaneko Man shows up. But you got a little bit of Canadian Man at the beginning, so that's pretty cool. You got to represent my Canadian representative in the Kaneko Man universe. Canadian Man! Canadian Baku Breaka! Maple Leaf Death Look. Those are his moves. No joke. Awesome. Thank you, Proto Man. Excited to see you there. Anyone else coming to San Diego? See, even Ninjatron remasters look yucky. See, I'm just not a fan of the surface area. That's kind of weird. Joseph Ritter with the last one. I'll give Joseph the last one because he's the best one. Joseph Ritter, I'm excited to get San Diego Comic-Con Super 7 themed Ninja Turtle wagon and pizza. Joseph will just go in line together. We'll go in line together to get everything. And we'll have the ladies watch over the booth. That's what we'll do. And we'll chillax. So I have an announcement for those that are still kicking around. Surprise, we are going to be doing another live stream tomorrow. We're going to be doing 2 live streams just because I am not going to be available the rest of the week. So I kind of want to give you guys something a little more. So we'll probably do another live stream tomorrow. We'll take some more questions. We'll answer some more stuff. We'll hang out. I'll bring some cool stuff onto the live stream to check out, some card stuff, little things here and there. I'm kind of planning what tomorrow's live stream will be about. And then Monday, we'll probably have an individual segment that'll be pre-recorded in advance. And then maybe Tuesday morning will also be a pre-recorded segment because Tuesday, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. So tomorrow will be another live stream because I feel bad because Tuesday we'll have a pre-recorded segment, meaning it's not topical. Wednesday, no segment. Thursday, no segment. Friday, no segment. Saturday, no live stream. Sunday, no segment. Monday, no segment. You're going to go easily 6 to 7 to maybe even 8 days without anything of the Transformer Slag podcast because of San Diego. So to make up for it, I'll do a live stream tomorrow. You guys get to have some more interaction stuff. So we'll do that again. We'll bring some cool stuff. I'm not sure what I want to bring yet, but I want to bring some cool stuff because I did pick up some cool stuff. It's just I put it in the display and I'm like, now I got to take it out of the display again. So, but we'll think of something. We'll think of something. We'll try to make it that it'll be, hey, you get 2 live streams this weekend before I'm out of your hair for a week. You'll still have me on socials because I'll still post some stuff on social media every so often. But what time will it be? I'm aiming the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's probably the best time because I could still get all my stuff done during the day. I had to go to the bank today. I had to take out American money. You got to make sure your passport is updated. It's a whole bunch of fugazi stuff that you got to do, just to get everything ready just for a trip. As a Canuck going to the South, to fight your way through Americans with your hockey stick, you know? What's that? Oh, Hulk Hogan's running for president? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Ah, either way, yeah, I'm getting you riled up, eh, Butters? Whoa. But yeah. James Hobbs, hey, wave at me if you fly over Michigan. I'm gonna try to just sleep because it's a 6-hour flight. We're doing a direct flight from Montreal to San Diego, and we're just gonna be like, you know, if I get a window seat, I can knock out. I'll knock out nice and good. But again, once again, let me just pop it up, yo. So go check us out at the booth. That's where we're gonna be. I'll remind you guys again tomorrow, and I'll probably remind you guys again maybe on Tuesday if I do a pre-record. But yeah, so check us out there again, booth 3247 Symbiote Studios booth with a little bit of Transformer Slag. And of course, ask for by name because it won't be at the booth advertising. That would not be fair to Joseph and stuff. And that's, just licensing stuff and everything. So just go, hey, Proto. Hey, Proto, you got the stuff? You got the stuff, man? Oh, I got the stuff. You got the money? Oh, I got the money. Don't worry about it. All right. Don't tell your wife, though. Tell her what? That I'm going to give you this little figure and you're going to play with it in your pocket. Play with what in my pocket? Oh, you know what you're playing with in your pocket. All right, good. At this booth? Yeah, at that booth. We'll do it then. All right, no problem. Hey, what's that stain? Oh, don't worry about that stain. Either way. So anyways, guys, I'm out of here. It's been fun. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll do another live stream tomorrow. And we'll just rock out with the robots in the skies. And booters. Hey, booters. Hey, booters, McTooters. And we'll talk again like we always do here on the Slag Podcast. Again, thank you to the sponsors, Symbiote Studios, for all the love and support. Thank you to Aaron Archer and an absolutely fantastic weekend. We absolutely crushed it at TFcon. We did absolutely fantastic. Great panel, great guests, great all people that we met that weekend. Thank you for all the gifts. I apologize if I forgot somebody. Trust me, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I go out of my way to try to put Post-its to remember everyone gets their flowers because I really appreciate all the love and support you guys do. And I know that when I go to San Diego, it's going to be even crazier. So just a warning in advance, if you're giving me gifts, please put a Post-it. I want to give my thank yous and everything. So all of that. But again, I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, your friends, your families, and everything like that. The world is not as crappy a place as you think it is. There is too much cool stuff in this world, too many cool things, too many cool creatures, right? Too many cool creatures. Too many good people that there is out there. That all the negativity, the politics, all the ideologies, all that silliness, it don't matter. Just live your life, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, smile, and power through it. Like any sports athlete or anything like that, when someone's in your way, just power through it and you'll hit the goal every single time. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And until then, roll out.